The command center, aboard the auxiliary dreadnought Voktan, buzzed with anxiety. Deep within the cold void of Sector 7 Gamma, the most brutal theater of the Zell core conflict, the Auxiliary Empire's High Command had gathered in orbit around the ruined world of Kravis IV. They had expected to finish the campaign in a matter of days. The Kravisian resistance had crumbled until a human signal was intercepted. General Karzul, a veteran of 12-star systems and the butcher of Eridanus Reach, stood at the central holo-table, his eyes locked on a red blip slowly moving across the projection. It pulsed rhythmic, deliberate, impossibly slow. Yet every auxiliary officer present felt the same unnatural chill. "Confirm that reading," Karzul growled. "It's real, General," replied Tactical Overseer Yekthar. His crest flattened in unease. Designation: UNS Valkyrie. Human warship. Heavy class. Advancing at sublight speed. The chamber fell silent. They had encountered human ships before, scouts, frigates, planetary defense crafts. None had posed a true threat to the might of the auxiliary armada. But Valkyrie was different. Every data node, every spy report, every horror story shared by mercenaries on the fringe painted it as a ghost ship that left only debris in its wake. "Why only one ship?" sneered Karzul, attempting to dismiss the dread gnawing at his core. "Arrogance?" Yekthar hesitated. "Perhaps. Or perhaps calculation." The Valkyrie didn't accelerate. It didn't transmit. It simply approached, cutting across auxiliary-occupied space like a scalpel. Systems flickered and died in its path. Drones went dark. Communication stuttered, then ceased. "General," came the voice of the junior sensor officer. "Our fleet's long-range scans are being jammed." "Impossible," Karzul barked. "No known jamming field reaches across an entire system." "No known human tech does," Yekthar corrected softly. Then the Valkyrie entered visual range. A sleek, matter-black leviathan, its angular hull bristled with weaponry that didn't match any known classification. No running lights, no insignia beyond a single blood-red UNS emblem carved into its prow. A low tremor shook the command deck. "They've initiated a system-wide hack," reported Yekthar, eyes wide. "They're inside our command systems." "How?" "We're auxiliary." Karzul roared. "Purge all AI subsystems. Switch to manual control." Too late. The view screen flickered. Then, with maddening clarity, a human face appeared. He was calm, stern, clad in black uniform, silver stripes glinting. No name, no rank, just eyes that stared like twin railguns, cold, steady, unblinking. "I am Captain Adrian Rourke of the United Nations Stellar Navy," he said evenly. "You have committed war crimes on a protected colony world. Surrender now, or be destroyed." Karzul bared his fangs. "Empty threats. You're one ship." "Incorrect," Rourke said. "I am the ship." The feed cut. Seconds later, the Valkyrie fired. But not like any conventional assault. There was no bright flash, no explosion, just silence. And then, one by one, auxiliary warships simply ceased. Systems died. Crews vanished from life signs. Hulls melted into slag, as if the laws of physics themselves bent in terror. They weren't firing missiles or lasers. They were rewriting reality. Yekthar collapsed to one knee. They have quantum lattice warheads. Forbidden tech. That's Terran Level 7 AI integration. But that's illegal, even by their standards. Karzul's voice cracked. They have broken every rule of war. Every law of the stars. Yekthar turned to him. Or maybe they wrote new ones. After the galaxy tried to break them. The retreat order came not from Karzul's lips, but from the highest echelon of the Auxiliary Empire's War Council. One glimpse of the Valkyrie had prompted dozens of regional admirals to pull back entire fleets. Kravis IV was abandoned within hours. Not a single shot was fired at the human ship beyond that first encounter. As the last XLR destroyers jumped to hyperspace, General Karzul watched the approaching warship from the observation bay. "They're not like us," he said, voice barely a whisper. "They're not fighting for conquest. They're fighting for something else. For home," Yekthar murmured, "and for vengeance." Behind them, the stars lit up with silent fire. As the Valkyrie resumed its patrol, one ghost among many, a reminder to the galaxy that humanity, once underestimated, had risen through blood and fire, and now stood as the apex predator in the void.